Hello, friends, and namaskaram. Did you know the sunglasses we wear today started as a courtroom tool in 1200 AD in China? Forget the beach or the runways, the original purpose of the tinted lens was about hiding the truth. In this video, we dive deep into the fascinating history of sunglasses and reveal why they were actually invented long before they were the global fashion statement. The Chinese judges use flat pans of smoky quartz to conceal their eyes' expression while interrogating witnesses. This poker face tactic was essential for maintaining authority and absolute impartiality in the courtroom. Let us explore this further. We wear them for style. We wear them for sun protection. We wear them because we stayed up too late in the night before and don't want world to know about our black eyes. Sunglasses are perhaps the most universal accessory on the planet. Whether you are on a sunny beach in California or a high-stake poker game in the Vegas, sunglasses are a shield. They allow us to observe the world without letting the world observe us. But have you stopped to wonder when were they actually invented? You might think of the 20th century Hollywood elite or perhaps even early 20th century pilots, but you would be off by about 800 years. The story of sunglasses doesn't begin on a runway or in a cockpit. It begins in the bustling, highly sophisticated courtrooms of the Song dynasty in China all the way back in 1200 AD. Today, we are peeling back the layers on the surprising, secretive, and truly fascinating origins of the first sunglass. It's a story of justice, psychology, and the ancient need for a impenetrable poker face. So, friends, if you have reached this far, please inform us from which city you have tuned in and in which language you are watching this video. This will help us determine the reach of our channel. Now, let us continue with our discussion. To understand why sunglasses were invented, we have to travel back to 1200 AD during Song dynasty. This was a period of incredible innovation in China. If you have lived during this time, you were living in a golden age of engineering, astronomy, judicial reforms, etc. The judicial system of Song dynasty was very complex. It relied heavily on the testimony of the witnesses, and the judge was ultimate arbiter of the truth. But there was a problem that had plagued the legal system for centuries, which is human biases. A judge had to be impartial. A judge had to be a blank slate. If a judge showed even a flicker of emotion, a raised eyebrow, a narrowing of the eye, a look of skepticism, it could intimidate a witness, bias the court, or give away a verdict before the final ruling was delivered. The eyes, as the saying goes, are the window to the soul. So in 1200s, the Chinese judges realized that those windows were a liability. If they were to maintain the absolute appearance of fairness, they needed a way to mask their reactions. They needed a way to hide their eyes. Enter the inventor of the time. They didn't have plastic or high-tech polymers. They worked with the earth, what they found them on the earth, what earth gave them. The material of choice was smoky quartz, a translucent darkened mineral. It was known for its cooling properties and its ability to reduce the glare of the sun. But its true power in the courtroom was its opacity. These early sunglasses weren't anything like the aviator or wayfarers we wear today. They were flat pans of polished quartz. They didn't have arms that hooked over your ear. Instead, they were often held up to the eye by hand or sometimes delicately balanced across the bridge of the nose. This wasn't about fashion. It wasn't about avoiding UV rays. It was the world's first most sophisticated poker face technology. By wearing these darkened lenses, a judge could listen to a defendant's testimony, process the details, and show absolutely nothing on their face. The witness couldn't tell if the judge was angry, sympathetic, skeptic, or simply bored. The sunglasses created a psychological barrier. They forced the person on the stand to face the judge, but the judge remained a mystery. It was an ingenious application of the material science to solve a psychological problem in the legal system. It was, in essence, the first time in human history that eyewear was used as a tool to control a flow of the information. For a long time, this remained a tool of the elite and the judicial class. It wasn't something the average citizen wore while strolling through the marketplace. It was a symbol of authority. But as with all the great invention, the idea began to spread. Over the following centuries, the use of tinted lenses moved from courtroom to other aspects of high society. Wealthy individuals began to adapt the look not just for the psychological masking effect, but because they found that tinted lenses helped them reduce eye strain and fatigue during long periods of reading or traveling. The journey of the sunglass from a judicial tool to a fashion icon is a long one. When explorers and traders eventually brought the concept of the tinted lenses to the West, it was refined. Eventually, the flat pans evolved into frame with earpieces, and later, during the early 20th century, mass manufacturing allowed them to become a sunglasses that we recognize today. But even today, the DNA of 1200 AD's invention remains. Think about why celebrities wear sunglasses on the red carpet. Think about why professionals, poker players, wear them at their final table. We are, doing exactly what those Song dynasty judges were doing 8 centuries ago. We are creating a barrier. We are controlling what others can see, and they cannot. We are using pieces of tinted glass to preserve our mystery. It's humbling, isn't it? Every time you put on a pair of sunglasses before heading out into the sun, you are participating in a tradition that was over 800 years old. You are echoing the ancient Chinese judge who stood as the final word on justice, balancing the scale with steady, unreadable gaze beyond the smoky quartz lens. The next time when someone asks you why you are wearing a sunglass inside a room, or why you never take them off, you can tell them the truth. You're not just maintaining your impartiality, you're just looking for a bit of that Song dynasty poker face. History isn't just a list of dates and battles, it's a story of how we solve the problem, how we protect ourselves, and how we present ourselves to the world. And sometimes the most mundane objects in our life have the most fascinating story to tell. So, friends, thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the history of sunglasses. If you enjoyed the uncovering the origin of the everyday object, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden history of things we take for granted today. So, friends, I will see you in the next one. Till then, please take care.